How are you? No, really. How are you? Have you been asked that lately? You probably have, but do you answer it honestly? This is your chance. There's nobody but us, unless you're in a group of people, in which case, excuse me. If everyone could just step back and leave, this man or woman needs some private time with me. That doesn't sound a little weird, but seriously, frack off. Thank you. Cool, back to us. How are you? You know, I actually give a damn how you are. But the words have lost a lot of their meaning and their purpose, and it sucks. And so, what I mean by that is people go every day into situations in their life and they ask each other, how are you? And I would say 99% of the time, most people in their given environment feel the need to say, oh, I'm good, thanks, how are you? Or, oh, I'm just fine, how are you? Doing great, thanks, how are you? Oh, can't complain, how are you? And I think most of the time, they're fucking lying. Because it is not commonplace anymore when someone asks you how you are in a given situation in your life, be it social, work, event, whatever, that you can really be honest about how you're doing. So my channel is about mental health recovery, my experience with depression, anxiety, depersonalization, my philosophy on all that health and wellness stuff, based on my experiences with it. My testosterone replacement therapy, because that ended up being a big tool to getting me mentally, emotionally, and physically better. I talk about how I'm doing all the time, and I'm really, really honest, and I'm lucky for that, right? I have a venue, I have a platform to do that, to express myself, to get feedback. It's wonderful. I do not believe enough of you guys are getting that same feedback. Enough of you guys are being honest and open, or feel you have the opportunity to really say how you're doing. And it is so important. So one of the messages I get all the time from people is that they feel alone. And that they feel that nobody knows what they're going through and nobody cares, and they have to deal by themselves. So I'm going to invite you to do something, okay? And I don't care at all what your preconceived notion of what being blunt and honest with people is, what that notion is. But when someone, if you're struggling, okay, if you're not doing well, and it's not, let's say, a marquee moment in your life, like let's say a meeting with your boss, where you have an opportunity to be honest. I'm saying somewhere where it really, really isn't appropriate, because there are those choice moments where when someone asks you how you are, just nod your head and be like, I'm fine, because you don't need to go there with them. But there are other people, friends, family, parents, relatively close acquaintances, and fuck it, a perfect stranger, if it's not in like a really intense, focused environment. The next time someone asks you how you are, and unless you are doing really well, why don't you actually try telling them what's really going on? Make yourself vulnerable. Worst case scenario, if you tell them, oh man, I'm having a really rough time, they're going to look you in the face and say, ha, that's wonderful. I'm so glad you're feeling fucked right now. That's your worst case scenario. That would never happen. Do you understand? It wouldn't. If people are given the opportunity to be empathetic, sympathetic, and kind, you'd be surprised how often they will take that opportunity. They will seize it. So if you're not doing great right now, the next time someone asks you how you are, I implore you to be honest, okay? Just tell them. Do you need to go in extreme detail? No. But next time, if you're not doing well, guys, reach out for support. It doesn't matter if you don't think they care. It doesn't matter if you make you embarrassed. You want help, you want healing, you put that out in the universe, it'll come back. So please, next time someone says, how are you? Tell them, say, I'm having a rough day. Or, oh man, I've been really battling with some depression, anxiety. Don't be afraid to say those things. Don't let that stigma deter you from getting connection and support and some healing. Because most people are just going to say, oh, I'm really sorry you're having a rough time. You know, what do you mean? What's been going on? Do you want to talk about it? They're gonna validate your feelings. And one of the most important things when you're not doing well in life is feeling like others give a damn. So that's it. I'm not going to talk anymore. But how are you? Bring back the meaning to that. And at the same point, on the other end of the spectrum, real quick, when you ask someone how they are, why don't you nudge them when they give you a BS answer like they're supposed to? I mean, unless it's inappropriate timing. But next time you ask someone, let's say you're more comfortable with like a friend or a family member, hey, how are you? And they're like, oh, I'm fine. Maybe dig a little deeper. Maybe check on them. Maybe don't take their word every time that they're fine, because most people, if they're provoked, you might find out they got some stuff going on in their life. Some people's stuff might be a little bit bigger, so to speak, than others, but it really helps to know someone actually wants to listen. So, I want to know how you are. Let me know in the comments. Send me a video response. Send me a personal message. Check in with me. I'm getting a lot better at getting back to everyone. And you do have a support system in me. I'm just one guy, but I do care about people that are struggling in life with mood disorders, with life hardships, more than the average person, based on my experience with mental breakdowns and severe depression and all the stuff I've been through. So, if anybody, you got me, and and beyond that, you got whoever you're willing to take that chance with, and just be honest. So that's my invitation to you. I hope you guys take that advice at point blank value. I still, to this day, if I'm not doing well and someone asks me, hey, how are you doing? I tell them. I tell them in whatever detail I feel comfortable, but I don't just say I'm fine when I'm not. You put that sort of stuff in the universe, and it usually comes back. And it's a starting point. So do that. We'll do another video soon. Yeah. Take good care, guys, okay? If people are given the opportunity to be empathetic, sympathetic, and kind, you'd be surprised how often they will take that opportunity. They will seize it. So if you're not doing great right now, the next time someone asks you how you are, I implore you to be honest, okay? Just tell them.